Following on from the honourable member for Tottenham, and I'm not going to break the mould by agreeing with him tonight. In fact, I'm going to be voting with the government by listening to some of the most powerful speeches I've heard in this place for a long period of time, particularly the honourable member for Gedling and Barrow and Chesterfield. They made an impassioned case, and as someone who listens to debates, I think their case has been pretty clear here tonight. Today's debate is one of the biggest tests for Britain and her place in the world, given the last few weeks' events. If we get this wrong, Britain's place at the heart of an internationalist world could be put at risk. No one can predict the future of our international relations over the next coming decades, and what challenges we face as a nation are tremendous. We face exciting but uncertain times ahead as we carve out Britain's new position in the world. And for me, in the interests of national security, to maintain Britain's seat at the top table and for the defence of the United Kingdom, it is crucial that a strong armed forces is accompanied by a strong nuclear deterrent, and I therefore wholeheartedly back the renewal of Trident. I want to take a moment to thank all our servicemen and women who devote their lives to the security of our nation. We need to do all that we can to ensure that their lives are not put in danger. A strong nuclear deterrent works as a means of promoting peace, cooperation and discourse in a very uncertain world. Madam Deputy Speaker, I want to take a moment to look back at the Cold War and the effect the presence of nuclear deterrence had on its progress. During the period, there were very many small, deadly conflicts where there were no nuclear weapons present. Yet, the big superpowers were encouraged to avoid hot war at all costs for fear of those deadly weapons being activated. I'm not saying that the presence of nuclear weapons will ensure our safety on its own, but if they can have even a small deterrent effect on saving the lives of troops and protecting the United Kingdom, I think it is a sensible thing to have. It is important in these debates like this that we remain realistic about future developments on the international stage. And if we look at some of the world's key aggressors, such as North Korea, they are advancing towards the creation of a nuclear warhead. If we were to have no nuclear arsenal, or ones which are not world-leading, we may not face a problem in the here and now, but give a few decades on, we may come to a situation where states may be more inclined to attack the UK, knowing that we can't answer in the same way. Happy to give way.
Does he have any concern for Scotland and how many nuclear warheads may be pointed at Scotland by the very fact of having it based on
Thank the Honourable Lady for her intervention. I'm not just concerned about Scotland, of course, I'm concerned about the rest of the world, and Britain's position in campaigning across the world for a reduction in the number of nuclear weapons should not be a distraction away from what we're debating here today. But for me, I still do believe that in the here and now, and given the uncertainties in the world, we must be pursuing an international approach and international deterrent via NATO. I understand that there are members in this House, as well as people across the country, who advocate a very different position and are calling for the removal of Trident. However, BAE Systems, Babcock International, Rolls-Royce, specialists in this area have all made it very clear that the renewal of Trident does not mean we are moving away from the long-term goal of nuclear non-proliferation, but instead enhancing it, and at the same time improving the chances of peace around the whole world. Our approach to nuclear weapons has been measured and proportionate so far, and I welcome this approach and I want to see it continue. The UK has set an example of how to implement a minimum strategic deterrent by reducing our warhead total from 200 to 160 in recent years. We should not deviate from this approach as Britain looks to reassert its soft power internationally. Madam Deputy Speaker, whilst the strongest arguments for the renewal of Trident have to be the defence of our nation and our people, there are other arguments which strengthen the case for the renewal of Trident, and I would like to finish my remarks by touching on the economic arguments, as other members have tonight. At the micro level, Trident will have the positive impact on the British economy. Maintaining and sustaining this defence capability supports over 30,000 jobs, and around 2,200 people are already working on the successor programme. Not only will the renewal of Trident create many more specialist and non-specialist jobs, it is estimated that over 800 British companies will contribute to the programme and therefore fulfil the positive effect through jobs and growth. The current economic climate and the current economic outlook shows that we must be focusing our attention on that economic argument. Let us be clear, Madam Deputy Speaker, if we fail to renew Trident, we will be doing more harm than good. If we leave the door open for nuclear blackmail, it would increase the possibility of unnecessary conventional warfare and would decrease our standing in the world. I therefore urge the House, for the benefits of national security, long-term peace and for the confidence in the British economy, to support the renewal of Trident.
Douglas Chapman. Yeah.